Hello everyone, welcome back to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and today I thought we would take a look at this. My ficus. Not just my ficus, but my Tagabart ficus, the S-shaped Tagabart ficus. Anyways, it's been growing all season, it's been putting nice weight on, getting nice and plump, and because we've got them aerial roots, it's been swelling where them aerial roots are. If you didn't know, aerial roots can cause a bit of inverse taper. They generally come from, well, 9 times out of 10, they like to come from in the little arch. We always snip our branches from in them, what we call the armpit of a branch, and that's like where the aerial roots like to produce. Excuse me, they like to produce and come out from, and no exception. I've got one that comes out just here, which I'll show you in just a second. We'll go in nice and get a good angle on it, and it starts to develop and swell. And also on the back of that, I've got 2 branches that are on either side with one in the middle. Again, a common issue. We usually eradicate. But on top of that, it's generally a problem for all 3. With the roots, aerial roots that is, and the plan was leave the aerial roots, snip out one of the branches. That was the thought in the last video, and I said I'll probably make the decision later on in this video. So the full redesign is going to go ahead, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Those 2 issues lead on to each other, forcing my hand on this redesign, although not in the way you'd expect. So let me grab you off the tripod. We'll get you zoomed in. In fact, we're not going to get you zoomed in, we're going to get you close up. So here we go. Aerial root. So this is the one I'm talking about. This aerial root here, whoop, branch stay out of the way. The aerial root here connects just on the corner here. So you can see we've got the nice bend. If I show you on this angle here, they tend to develop nicely just in the armpit where if a branch was developing here, we'd snip it out. Although, sorry, I'm starting to develop a cold, so my voice keeps going. So I'll start again. The branch, if that would develop there, we'd snip it out. But I wanted to develop a tree with aerial roots, and I wanted these to thicken. And as you can see, if I shake this tree, it's nicely developed. So that is now developing, swelling around this area and further up into this part of the tree. So the other aerial root is on this side. If I just zoom you around just this way, get you in a little bit better. So there we have it, just there. So this one connects just here and this area. So this area here is where it's connected, as I say, and all the nice nutrients is going to this part of the tree here. On the back of it, if you see from this angle, you can see exactly. No, don't zoom onto that bit. Go back. There we go. Oh, I've knocked my man over now. Let's just move him to one side for the time being. Put him there. Right. So, as I was saying, let's get back to it. I've got this one here that goes underneath, and then this one here on the side, and then in the middle I've got a branch here. So we've got loads of nice nutrients going to this area of the tree, which in turn, if you see, this section is swelling, because not only have I got this branch, them 2 roots leading all the nutrients to the tree, I have now got these 3 branches. 1, 2, and 3. Let's smooth you around, smoothie on round. So this is the branch in question just here that I was making my decision on. So the front of the tree's here, and I was like, I think I might get rid of this branch just here, because, well, not this one, but this one just here, because it comes right across. I mean, there we go. Nope, come on, there we go. My chair's squeaky as well. Squeaky chair. There we go. So, as you can see, this one comes right across, but it's got loads of nice foliage. When it's got the foliage on, you can't really tell. So if I zoom you out, the tree looks nice. I've got the nice S shape going on. I've got the branch coming across here. The foliage looks good. Got the branch down at the bottom here, branch over here. The tree looks good, but it comes from across the tree, And I was thinking about removing it, as I said in the last video. Wasn't too sure, because just behind it, if I get you across there, and you can see that branch, that one back there, also is in the same eye line. So that branch goes across, and then this one goes across as well. So it sort of goes like that and like that. And it doesn't look very nice aesthetically, especially when I defoliate it. So what are we going to do is the question. Well, I like the aerial roots. Aerial roots naturally cause swelling. We have swelling. So I wanted to play on that swelling. You can see it just there. And I've got 3 branches coming in the same direction, well, coming from the same spot there, which again is pretty much a no-no in the bonsai world, as it causes swelling. But we've got swelling being caused by the roots, the aerial roots. And obviously this is a natural occurrence in the world of Microcarpa ficus, which this is a Microcarpa ficus, aka the tigerbark ficus. So I wanted to do something natural and play with this. So I'm not going to remove it. So you're asking, Christoph, how are you going to restyle a tree if you're not removing the branch? Aha! The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Well, it's not, and I'm sorry about my awful singing, but the answer is, you might see my fertilizer here. This gives you a clue. So my fertilizer basket just here. This is an indicator of my new positioning for the front. So we're going to go here as the front. And what I'm going to do is remove this branch just here. And this is going to be the position of my new front. I'm going to utilize this here as a branch, but this smaller one I will be removing as well. So if I move it out, if I just change the settings of the camera to there we go. So utilizing this as the position of the front, probably either utilize this branch and just move it around a little bit, or take it off completely. This one here is going to be a side branch. This is going to go, and we will utilize this top one here as a main branch. This side branch here, we'll probably take out this lower section just here, and possibly this one, which then allows us, we have this branch going at the back. We will just slightly take that down. So let's put you back into position. Take that down. If I zoom through here, the branch that then was crossing, which was that one over there, that now we just slightly position that over that way, tiny little bit. That becomes a back branch. This becomes the new leader through the center, although we just trim it down a little bit. We shorten this section and position it over this way a little bit. Have this branch over here, and then spin it round. This is utilized as a back branch as well. Back branch, can keep this if we wanted to, but these become back branches. This becomes part of a back branch just here, and we're neating everything in position. Ooh, get back on there. So yes, I think everything will work, and it gives me that crazy look that I'd like. Still gives me the depth, because the tree starts further back here, comes out towards the viewer, swings back to the left just over here, but then also swings to the right, and I've got lots of depth back there. So if I do some snippety snips, some cuts, slight reposition maybe with a bit of wire, this tree should look really nice. And come late spring, early summer, I'm going to have to repot this and reposition it, as I say, on this angle. Let me put you back on the tripod and we will start working on it. Let's start off with some strong cuts. So ones I'm definitely not going to use is, I think, this one. I'm not going to utilise this one, so let's get rid of that one. And this big one as well. Decent size. In fact, this is the size of some of my cuttings I've already got that are growing up. In fact, let me show you. So I've got the size of this one, and then here's one of the cuttings as well I've got going on. As you can see, pretty much a similar sort of thickness. That's one for the future to continue working on. So stick with the channel, you'll see me working on that very shortly. So while we're here, we may as well give this a little bit of a nibble, and then we'll get back into that later. Right, nice easy ones to start going on by. As I said, we're not going to be using on this one, so let's just take out that opens it up just there. Could possibly use this one, so I'm just going to leave it for the time being. These ones I will leave. What I do want to do is start by reducing the height of everything. So you can see already this is going to be an excessive amount that I'll be taking off. So I'm just going to start reducing the height, just so I can work and see what I've got to work with. Everything's in the way. There we go. You might be able to see a little bit better as well now. Yeah, well, I've already got that nice conical shape just by doing that. Nice and easy. Let's finish off there. No, we can't do that, that's silly. Let's trim that one back. Nice and easy to start with. That opens up that gap. Lovely jubbly. Okie dokie. Right. That starts off, as you can see, opens us up nicely. And from your perspective, I think, yep, that's the perspective we're going to be looking for. I've got a little nub there, I'll just take out. So the perspective you're working from, it's opened it up. I've already got that conical shape, so there's nothing too drastic to do in terms of the shaping. And we can start working from there. So this is now going to be the main leader. So I just need to decide on which way I want to go with it. Do I want to take all this out and start from here, or do I want to continue with this main branch? So we will make that decision later on. This one here, what do I do with it? Do I keep it, or do I bring it back? Me personally, I think I need to just reduce how far we go back with that one, because this is going to be our back branch here. So this section needs taking off, but this back branch here, let me see, we need to have a look at, I need to just spin it so I can have a look at a proper angle. This being the back branch, probably just going to have to bend it into shape over this way a little bit. And as I bend it that way, that one gives it. So, yes. With that position in there, I'm going to come in, take this one, and move it right down to this section. I'm just going to come in, nip that bit back as well. I don't want that one going too far back, so I need to come in and take that one out. Just here and here. Remove both of those. I need to take that one off as well. And that there. Let's go back in. How am I looking? I'm looking good. I need to bring this back. Bring that back down here. This one needs taken out completely. Take that back down here. Oh, looking good so far. Nice. Okay, so this left side's coming along quite nicely. Let me turn it back so you can have a look before I continue, and I'll show you what I've done. So there's the front for you guys. You can see I've taken this right back on this side here. I just need to come in, take this one on the inside out for you. You see we've got this nice little section here now padding off. I just move these ones out of the way, you can see it proper. I've left this one. Give me the option to grow it and bring it around this side. This one's possibly a little bit too long for the time being. Just going to come in, take it right back to there. There we go, take that leaf out. So this section at the back, got to go right in. It's got plenty of inner growth, and if we leave it, it's just going to be shaded out and eventually die off. It's not wanted anyway, so may as well just start getting rid of it. There we go, one by one. Bit by bit. Slowly working our way through it, thin it out. This whole section's far too long. Let's just take that section off. Now I say this section here just needs pulling around a little bit with a bit of wire. And while we need to be doing that, I also just need to see how far it needs pulling. I need to take this end section off as it's got far too much swelling. And we need to reduce the height. Also remember, while we're doing this, we're always cutting. Every section we cut, we are cutting, giving directional pruning. So if I want it to grow that way, I'm going to go in and cut there, just above the leaf. If I cut it just above the leaf here, leaving this leaf there, the leaf will grow in that direction. If I cut it above that leaf on the left, it'll grow towards the left where the leaf has grown previously. That's where the new buds will shoot. Likewise, if I cut it here, and this leaf will grow this way, the new growth in the future. Directional pruning, always used when it comes to a ficus. These two sections at the back are very close together, but I need to just leave them. Hopefully they'll sprout more further back. Spin you all the way around, you'll see these two sections very close. I do want to remove one of them. I'm just going to remove that one. Hopefully it'll push buds back, and I know for the fact with ficus they'll start pushing buds all the way back there, no problems. I'm probably not going to keep this one, but I'll just trim it back anyways. Everything on this tree just pretty much needs a good old trim. Trim everything right back again. Directional pruning, always using directional pruning when we're trimming back on a ficus. Remember, that's very, very important. That centre, I mainly do what I said before, the centre, when I said I'm going to leave this one or this one. I'm going to make a decision and remove the centre one. Purely the fact I'm going to keep this little branch here, cut this centre section out, that way I don't develop that swelling in the middle, the main swelling that we've been talking about. And I'll grow this one. It's not going to swell in having three sections here. And I'm going to reduce this whole section on this branch here. I'm at least going to take it to here for the time being. Possibly remove it further back, but for now I'm just going to go here. Might take it further back, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I do like how this tree is coming so far. It's looking nice. It's looking good. We've got all these pads. I'll spin you around, as you see. This section is developing nicely. Pad section coming nicely here. And we've just got to work on this back here as well. Tree keeps wobbling. I've got my bench is started to, I don't know if you can see, I've got one strip of wood just on my bench that's lifted with the water, the rain. So it's a pretty old bench now. I need to replace them and make some new benches when we move into the new house. As soon as I start saving some more money up, because you know, pretty broke now. Right, stop yapping, let's continue with this. There we go. I made the decision. I'll do for the time being. Still might be a bit too long, but I'll come back to it in a minute. Let's get this right side sorted out. So if I'm looking at it, we're going through the back, we've got all that. This right side ideally probably needs to come down a little bit. Nah, I could just continue with the clip and grow and see how we get with it. Let's try and do the clip and grow, see where we get with it. Oh, there we go, we've got we might actually do this. Clip and grow for the win. I'll cut this one right back down here, I think, all the way back here. I'll pull this one back. Let me see. Take that out. So the only one that's going to come out is this one here. It's going in the wrong direction, so I'm just going to come in, just remove it. Need everything else growing upwards, I think. Just on the back section, everything needs to be growing. Everything seems to be growing outwards, but as that grows back in, it'll start growing upwards, a lot of it. Let me move some of this cuttings out the way. Now, ficus grow really fast from cuttings, but I'm not going to take any more because we did a full video on how to take cuttings from ficus. If you've not seen it, please go check it out. Show you how to take them. They take very, very easy, and they are extremely fast to take, and I say, and you'll just get hundreds more from the amount of cuttings you can get. I'm going to reduce the height even more on this tree. There we go. Right, I like that. how much I've taken off. Jeez, look at all that. That's plenty of cuttings if anyone wants that. More importantly, let's check out this tree. Let me get you set and let you have a proper look. Are you ready? Are you ready? So, here we go. That is the original front for the tree. And as you can see, it does make a really nice tree. Don't have any issues with it, really. It looks nice, and that's the sort of tree you'd get. There you go. Let me zoom you right in there, and you'll see the branch is this one here that crosses. And that is the one, just there. And that is the one we were talking about. And as you can see, just behind it, the other branch, just here. So as you can see, it doesn't look great. So from that angle, on the front, I don't really like it. It's nice, but I just don't like it as this branch crosses the front. And that's why I wanted to redesign the whole tree. I know it sounds funny, but if you don't like something, you just don't like something. So here we go. That is the original front, and it does make a really nice looking tree. If we want to keep it as the original front, I would have just took this out as well. Even that trim makes it look really nice. But if we spin it round, and my spinner actually spins, there we go. So if we give it a spin, the new front, sorry, again, my throat, the new front is now here. This is where we're going to go for. Get you in. Let's just move the camera, sorry about that. Move the camera a little bit. There you go. This one, looking at it, probably needs to go. So where's my snips? Do I need to leave it or keep it? That one needs to go. Let's just get that out of the way. Yeah. Okay. So that's my new front. And as you can see, it highlights and accentuates the nice bulginess of the tree coming around here. We've got the nice aerial root here, which it gives a nice bulge around here. I've got a nice swollen trunk line just coming around here and here. And if you actually look into this section from this side as well, you can actually see, if I just move that out of the way, how chunky it is around this area here as well. So there we go. This angle as well gives a nice depth because you've got the trunk here. It comes up round and then up towards the viewer, back in and then up, over to the left. The main trunk line goes up, back to, and then up again. And then you've got a nice chunky section that comes up towards you and then goes off. You've got a nice branch comes up towards the viewer here, and then again over at the back, goes out, spreads out, and then that will spread out up at the back as well, just out here. This is going to grow out over here. This little section here will grow out. This will grow out properly. Nice little tuft here, and as I say, that'll grow out here. This one, I think I'm just going to lose it. I don't really like it in the design. Not sure if I've seen it properly, but I think that's where we're going to go with that one as well. Overall, I really like it better. Let me just lower you as well. You can see this angle accentuates that gnarliness. Look at the bulge. It's huge. Nice bit of swelling. And that's what these microcarpas tend to do. As they grow them aerial roots, it grows big swelling in them areas. And I like that. I like to have a tree like this, and I'm going to continue to develop that. These aerial roots here, these have died off. You can see they're just falling apart. Those ones. So pointless having them. I've got an aerial root just under the bottom as well, so that's going to thicken up down here, and that'll probably end up swelling. Again, as we mentioned, they like to do it underneath in the arches, the armpit. So we're gonna have some really gnarly tree here. Everything just gnarly and knuckly. Really like this one. The S-shaped ficus looking gnarly. Look at this. This is awesome. Really do like this tree. It's getting really nice now. Putting on some really good growth. It's getting really impressively gnarly as well. Do like this kind of tree. Anyway, if you enjoyed this one, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment. Do like those comments. Keep them coming in. And thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you next week. Have a good day. Bye, guys.